7th March, the editorial piece Bracing for a Crisis That Goes Beyond Oil, Indian Express. So, in 2000, in 2022-23, after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, India's current account deficit hit a 10-year high of $67.1 billion amid skyrocketing global oil, fertilizer, and food prices. But the situation was relatively manageable. But the situation was relatively manageable thanks to net capital inflows of $57.9 billion and some drawdown of official foreign exchange reserves. As international commodity prices eased and India started buying discounted Russian crude, the current account deficit narrowed to $26 billion, even as net capital flows soared to an $89 billion in 23-24. The US Israel versus Iran war offers no such relief. Capital flows fell to $18 billion in 24-5 and have turned negative for the April December 25 period. Lot of data. Just go to next paragraph. The current war, moreover, unlike Russia Ukraine, is being fought for uh, the current war, unlike Russia Ukraine, is being fought far closer to home. India's exports of goods to the Gulf Cooperation Council and the other West Asian countries were valued at over $65 billion and imports, mainly of petroleum and fertilizers, in 24-5. Further, there are nearly 8.9 million overseas Indians in the six GCC states alone, and they account for some 38% of the private remittances remittances of $135 billion received by the country during that fiscal. The GCC countries have also emerged as a major source of foreign direct investment into India. GCC Gulf Cooperation Council countries are major FDI sources for India. ठीक है. Yeah. Given the level, GCC countries have also emerged as a major source of foreign direct investment in India across sectors from energy infrastructure to retail and data centers. Given the level of integration and flow of goods, labor, and capital, catas, any cataclysmic event in this region has huge consequences for India. The impact would be both on merchandise trade, uh, especially from higher imported oil and gas prices, and individuals from lower remittances receipts. Adding to the already weak capital flows, India will seek to soften the blow for now by sourcing more Russian oil. That would have happened even without the 30-day temporary waiver from US sanctions. But this is a crisis that goes beyond oil. This is the crisis that goes beyond oil, with the potential for dislocation far greater than from Russia Ukraine. West Asia is today part of India's extended neighborhood. West Asia is being interchangeably as Middle East because Middle East was peddled by colonial powers. West Asia is today part of India's extended neighborhood, vital to its energy security and hosting a massive diaspora contributing equally to the region's development and economic stability to families back home. India cannot afford to be indifferent. The Narendra Modi government must take the opposition and parliament into confidence like it did during COVID and Operation Sindoor.